Hello, everyone, and welcome to another webinar with Lynn. We go live every 2 weeks to keep you informed on all things related to business texting. In today's webinar, we'll be covering SMS drip campaign, or more commonly referred to as SMS marketing campaign. And in this session, I'll be sharing my insights on how to develop an effective SMS marketing campaign, as well as how to measure the success of those campaigns. Then we'll demo some example of what has been successful for these SMS drip campaign. And then I'll do a live walkthrough of how to configure this feature in our virtual text account. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So what is SMS drip campaign? It is a series of ultimate text messages that are sent to targeted contact at specific intervals. These campaigns are typically triggered by an event, such as doing sign up in a purchase or even a customer service inquiry. Now, the goal of these SMS drip campaign is to nurture whether it's a lead or an existing customer through some sort of a funnel, usually a sales-based funnel. By sending a series of relevant and timely messages, you can keep your contact engaged and encourage them to take action. Now, the goal and the overall objective of a drip campaign is to encourage your customer by promoting your business and driving them to take actions. But in order to be effective, your campaign needs to be well planned and well executed. So here, we're going to review how SMS drip campaign is effective. There are 3 core things. SMS messages have a significant higher open rate, specifically over emails. Studies have shown that text messages open rates are over 98%. Text messages are also quick and easy to respond to, which means that you can get feedback from your contact or customer quickly, which will allow you to improve your campaign and process more efficiently. The SMS messages are also more personal. You can easily personalize these content by including the recipient name or other personal details that can make them feel more engaged and valued to your business. When running a campaign, these are some of the tips that you'll want to keep in mind. You'll want to start with a clear goal in mind for your business. What is it that you're trying to achieve by creating this type of campaign? Is it to increase brand awareness? Is it to drive sales or generate leads? Once you have a defined goal, you can start to develop a campaign and plans to achieve it by using targeted method. For example, targeting your audience. Who are you trying to reach with these type of campaigns? Understanding your target audience demographic informations, interests, and needs can help you create messages that are more relevant to them. You'll want to make sure that the messages are sweet and short. People are more likely to read and respond to short, concise messages. So aim for messages that are typically no more than 160 characters long. A good rule of thumb for this is to segment your message no more than 2 messages in a day. If you send messages too often, you can risk annoying your contact and they may unsubscribe from your list. So this is an important section. Use a strong call to action. This is the meat of your campaign. How do you tell your recipient what do you want them to do? Is it to visit your website, to sign up for your newsletter, or to make a purchase? You want to make sure to be precise in your messaging content when asking customer to take action. You'll also want to make sure that there's more of a personalized detail in your message content, such as the recipient name, their birthday, or maybe some personalized item through your business, such as in an abandoned cart series where they are making a purchase of a certain item, to include that particular item in your outreach to them. Lastly, you'll want to make sure to test and measure your result. Tracking the result for your campaign can help you see that what is working, what's not, and easily pivot to optimize the campaign and get better results over time. So how would you measure those campaigns? There are really three good metrics to review. In general, you'll want to track at the open rate or the click-through rates, as well as the conversion rates. These percentage are essentially the key metrics in determining how successful your campaigns are. It helps to use details such as keywords or coupon codes that are easily trackable through adoption by how many customers are actually redeeming those coupons or replying to the message with a call out keywords. So those are easily trackable through there. Now, before we get into the walkthrough of creating a drip campaign in virtual text, let's review some of the effective example that could potentially be applied to any business or even yours. So these are some successful drip campaigns. A great one that can be applicable for any type of business is a welcome series. This is designed to welcome new customers to your business and introduce them to your product and services. Typically, a first message in the series is sent immediately after the customer signed up for your campaign, and then any following messages are sent on a daily or weekly basis. Something to keep in mind too is to ensure that you're not oversending messages. So creating that interval so that there's several messages, but not too many. Our recommendation would be maybe 4 or 5 in this type of drip. The next one is the abandoned cart series. This campaign is really designed to remind customers who've added items to their cart or have come to your website and click through the products, but never actually making the purchase. You'll want to include the first message in this series, some kind of coupon or call to action for the customer to re-engage in your products. This is a good way to drive them back to the website and make that sale. This one is one of my favorite one. It's a birthday series. This is a great way to engage existing customers to show them that you value them as a business, and also to create a special discount or promotion specifically designed and tailored to their personal details. Another great one is a flash sales. This campaign is really designed to promote flash sales or a limited time offer to your customer. This is intended to drive them to the website within a short time frame, and you could tailor this message sent out throughout, for example, on a weekend, on a 4th of July weekend. And these can be in intervals on a daily basis or even hourly basis. The last one is a post sale. So this does two things. It engages the customers in terms of driving them back to your business after they've already made purchase, and recognize them for being a customer and giving them additional incentive to come back in the future. Now, there's definitely plenty more example of how to create other effective SMS campaign that you can use to reach a customer. The specific message that you'll want to send is really dependent on your business and your target audience, so keep that in mind. By following these example here, you can for sure achieve your business goal by creating a successful campaign. So next, we're going to go through how to create a drip campaign in virtual text. So as you can see here, this is our virtual text platform. In order to gain access to features such as drip campaign, you do need to be on either our Pro or Premier plan and add this as a feature. Once that has been added, you'll be able to see the feature on the left menu options here. Under the drip campaign, simply choose the option And from my view, I've already created several of the campaign that we've just went through. But as a new customer, simply click on the create new campaign on the top right corner. Once you've done this, it will display the campaign name. So this might be one of the most important factor in creating your campaign. You want to make sure that you're identifying your target audience or address the specific of what that campaign is relating to in the campaign name itself. Once you've established this, simply click on the add drips. These are the number of messages that you'll want to include in the series. It can be a minimum of 2 to 4 or 5, depending on what kind of campaigns you'd like to run. You can also include merge fields, which are the customer detail. If you have them as an existing customer, you can include those personalized detail in there. Once you add in the message content, simply design the intervals. So it can be assigned 1 minute after it's been assigned to a contact, to an hour, to days, depending on the type of campaign. Once you've completed that bit, simply click on save. So we'll go back to the campaigns that I've already created here, and we can look in, for example, in this birthday campaign, as you can see here, the first message is sent out a minute after. And in the following message, give them an incentive to revisit the website for additional discounts, and then simply to acknowledge their unique milestone. Once that's completed, to apply this to a contact, simply click on the conversation panel, which will display here. There's 2 ways that you could do this. You can simply apply it to an existing contact in the conversation panel, or to create a new conversation, simply click on the new conversation, put in the phone number, or search for an existing contact and apply it there. In this case, I will go ahead and apply it to an existing conversation. The drip campaign is going to show up as a teardrop. Simply click on the teardrop and all the existing templates that we've created for the drip campaign will display. And then you can apply here. Before it's applied to a conversation, it will give you a preview of what the message will look like. If everything looks good, then simply enter apply campaign and it will ask for a confirmation. Once the confirmation has been completed, the message will display in the conversation view, and you could see when the message will be sent out, and it will show the scheduled time and date. And then that's it. And that's pretty much the drip campaign feature. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the live chat and we'll address them shortly. And a quick reminder as well, for this particular feature and other marketing features that we do have with Virtual Text Pro, you'll need to make sure that you have completed your SMS registration and that you are on either our Pro or Premier plan. If you're not currently on one of those plans, you can reach out to our account services team to get your account upgraded for this feature. Now, if there's no additional questions, just to remind you that if you do have a question later on, you can of course contact us. You call or text our 888 number or our account services team. We'll be following up with a recording of this webinar today and an additional best practices and contents regarding text messaging shortly. Thank you everyone, and you have a fantastic